Hello, everybody. My name is Martin, and I'm going to finish up my perfect webinar. Hello, my name is Martin, and today's webinar is going to be on how can you have an affair without getting caught or making out in a sleazy motel. For some of you who are watching, like who's in a bad relationship that they can't get out of? Who's just started a relationship and you're ready to find out what's on the other side? Or have you already started to stray? Who's with a partner who's like, first you guys talked about before you married how they were going to satisfy your different unique needs, but now that you're married, the person doesn't even want to touch you or do anything for you. So if this sounds like you, then this presentation is for you. My goal for this presentation is to help two type of people. The first type I'm going to help is the beginner. You're the beginner that's starting off in a relationship and you want to learn some strategies to have an affair because you're starting to get a little bored with what you have and your partner is not delivering on their side of the relationship. Or it's for the more experienced person who's already had a lot of affairs and you want to add some other techniques to your arsenal to do more of what you like to do. My goal for this webinar basically is to teach you, my philosophy is, the only way to be happy in a relationship is to have an affair. The only way to have success in a relationship is to have an affair. Let me tell you my brief background on how I got started on this. Bernie, my girlfriend, left me hanging in Yankee Doodles, and on top of it, I had to take 3 of her friends home to my apartment. What happened was Bernie and I were in the bar, and she decided to invite 3 of her friends to spend the night with me, and we all went out to the bar together that night after partying during the day. Well, at the bar, I saw Bernie talking to this guy a couple of times, and I'd seen him before and didn't really think anything of it. But I went and spoke to Bernie, and I just said, well, you invited your 3 friends that are staying at my place. I drove you guys all over here. We're supposed to be having some type of party, but you're spending some time with this other guy, and you're drinking drinks, but you're not spending time with us. Like, what's going on? Then eventually I did this twice, and then she got upset and said, don't tell me how much to drink. Don't tell me who I should be hanging out with. And then she went with her friend. This guy they just disappeared. So at the end of the night, we couldn't find her, and we found out that she went home with some guy for the night. So I was stuck with, if it was just her going home with the friend for the night, that wouldn't have mattered. But what made it worse, I had 3 of her friends standing at my place. 3 of her friends know the girlfriend I was screwing went home with another guy who was supposedly their friend. Now I have to all go back to my place with them. And it was just a mess. And I locked them out of the apartment for a while, and then I let them back in until eventually I could get rid of them the next day. Well, I didn't hear from Bernie for like 2 days. Then I finally talked to her. She said, the reason I went home with the guy is because I saw you kissing on Maria, and hey, look at Maria, and I know you're having an affair with Maria. All this stupid stuff, and I'm trying to think about what is she talking about. And I just briefly remember, oh yeah, there was a party a couple of weeks ago. Maria's the 6'2" blonde, dynamite body. Hey Bernie, I can't help it if you can't drop the LBs. That's on you, baby. So I got a little close to Maria, kissing on her, hugging on her, doing whatever. But I forgot my girlfriend was next to me. I was getting drinks for Maria, but I didn't get anything for Bernie. And then she started to cry. And after that, she left. And then I got, oh, God damn it. Let me go take care of her. I'm going to have to hit this later. And then I didn't think of it. But then she says, the reason she went home with the other guy is because she caught me having an affair. I didn't consider kissing and hugging on another girl having an affair, but I guess people have their own definitions. I thought it was actually making out, but so that was her excuse from having an affair. And since that day, I said I would never get caught having an affair again, and that's why I developed this strategy. I believe if this worked, I believe this will work for you because it works for me. I was convinced but what I did learn from this problem with Bernie was that I was convinced that having an affair is the only way to keep a relationship strong because one partner, like Bernie, never delivered on what she was supposed to deliver for her on. And I also had another girlfriend named Delilah. I even lived with her, and like there's certain things I wanted her to do. She just didn't deliver. And what did I end up doing? Ended up sleeping with her roommate because she didn't deliver. But then again, I had to deal with the consequences of getting caught. And that's why I've developed this new philosophy. So I know some of you are thinking, my partner will satisfy my desires. Hey, we talked about this before we got married, so everything's fine. Oh, my wife and my partner that I'm with, we're doing fine. This is something that happens in other relationships. Or you're thinking that, oh, we will satisfy each other's needs because that's what we do in a relationship, because that's what my marriage vows taught me. Well, let me give you some numbers to think about it. The divorce rate in the U.S. is 47%. That means 47% of the couples that got married within 7 years will get married. Of that, 20% of the couples will separate before they get divorced within 5 years. Do you know 15% of the women and relationships or any relationship are having an affairs, especially in marriage? 50% of the married women are having an affairs. 25% of the married men are having an affairs. And now that also doesn't count like the common law marriages as your boyfriend or girlfriend, or your domestic partners, which is same sex. Well, they're spending thousands of dollars to get out of relationships. Think about the broken leases that they have, ruined credit, time spent in court in front of arbitrators and judges, and just the hassle of just trying to get out of a relationship with someone. Do you think an affair could have saved that? Do you think just allowing one partner or both to have an affair could reduce the divorce rate from 47%? If already 15% minimum if the man and women married are having an affairs, that lets you know something is wrong. That just lets you know, like, it doesn't matter how much you say death do us part, there needs to be some type of change. And that's why I developed this strategy. And not only will this work for me, but it'll work for you. So let me just go on and tell you the 3 secrets that you can use to have an affair without making out. Secret number 1, porn is your friend. And we'll go into that later. Secret number 2, it's all in the mind. Use your imagination and be with anyone you want. Secret number 3, the strip clubs and adult clubs where you can go, either hostess clubs, strip clubs, go to those clubs, because that's a place to have an affair without getting caught and give you the energy you needed to protect your relationship. So those are the 3 secrets. And now let's go into a little bit of detail on secret number 1.